It's time for North Myrtle Beach Chiefs baseball on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network, and it starts right now.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to North Myrtle Beach Chiefs baseball right here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. My name is Brandon Biskobing, and for the first time in a while for baseball for me, I'm flying solo tonight. No Tyler this week. I'll be flying solo and bringing you all the action. May have a guest later on during the game, but we'll see what happens there. But tonight, the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs get ready to take on the Hartsville Red Foxes. Both of these teams coming in highly ranked in 4A here in South Carolina. North Myrtle Beach ranked second in the South Carolina Baseball Coaches Association 4A poll, and Hartsville are ranked fifth in that poll. But those numbers, those rankings may flip if this game goes in favor of the Red Foxes, as the Chiefs, this is the second game of a two-game series, home and home series between these two teams. The first game on Tuesday in Hartsville, Chiefs lost that one 14-8. So the Chiefs look to rebound and even up the series in this game at home against the Red Foxes. The Red Foxes, he was out during the first game, so not much of an issue for the Red Foxes, but Hartsville is without one of their key players for the remainder of the season, Darian Pendergrass, who has committed to South Carolina, one of the better players in the state of South Carolina. He is out for the remainder of the season with a torn labrum, so that's a big blow for the Red Foxes. The Chiefs will look to capitalize on that, but they were not able to do so on Tuesday. Like I mentioned, 14-8 loss to Hartsville last week, and the Chiefs will look to rebound in this one behind Cam Freeman, the one of two huge starters for North Myrtle Beach. Obviously, the other one being Billy Barlow, both going to ACC programs when they graduate high school. And Cam will look to take the ball tonight and do what Billy Barlow was not able to do and shut down this very strong Hartsville offense. Hartsville, averaging 12.3 runs per game this season, has scored more than 10 runs in every game this season thus far. And that would be a big lift for North Myrtle Beach if Freeman is able to come out and stifle this very dynamic Hartsville offense. North Myrtle Beach, not quite as dynamic, but still doing well in the runs category, averaging 7.57 runs per game this season. Opponents only averaging 4.43 runs per game. On the flip side, like I mentioned, Hartsville, their offense has been dynamic, averaging 12.3 points per game. And the defense hasn't been too shabby either. Opponents only averaging 3.3 runs per game. The Chiefs would definitely like to show that they are a force to be reckoned with. This would be a big game, a big resume builder for them. Obviously, this year, every game's a little heightened. Every region game has a little bit more importance than in previous years where 4 teams per region would make the playoffs. This year, only 2 teams per region, plus more than likely a wild card spot for the number 3 team in Region 6. But still, you'd like to have that region title under your belt, not only for bragging rights, but also the fact that you want to have those home games throughout the playoffs. So this is a big one for both of these teams getting into region play. Only the second game of the region schedule for both of these teams, but certainly a big one, especially for North Myrtle Beach. You do not want to fall down 0-2 to start off region play if you're the Chiefs. North Myrtle Beach, while they're ranked number 2 right now in the coaches poll, they are ranked 10th in the Max Preps rankings. Hartsville, on the flip side, with their astounding record and the way they've been playing to start off the season, they're ranked first in Max Preps, not only in Region 4A, but in the entire state of South Carolina. So big accomplishment for them. And like I said, this game could be one of those games that really shows what the Red Foxes are made of. The series history, North Myrtle Beach leads the series 3-1, won every matchup in the Max Preps era prior to Tuesday, so Hartsville getting off the schneid there, finally winning against the Chiefs. And we are just a little under 10 minutes away from first pitch. Run through some of the more important stats for both teams last week, on Tuesday, in the first matchup in this game. Hartsville, like I mentioned, got a lot of runs last week and were able to get them from a number of players. Didn't have to rely entirely on the top of the order. Yes, Easters had three RBI as well as a run scored. So he had a solid game, but the bottom of the order, McCullough was able to get 2 RBIs for Hartsville as well, as did Dawson, who had 1 RBI. So, the order, throughout, up and down the order, Hartsville was able to get a lot of runs on the board and really help their cause by having not just the top of the order play well, but the entire order. Chiefs struggled at the plate for the most part. Some players did get some good things going. Minnick had a double. But outside of that, weren't able to get all that much going at the plate on Tuesday. We'll get you the starting lineup for both teams. First, for the Red Foxes, it'll be number 11, Roddy Morris, the left fielder, leading off. Batting second, number 9, Cam Canarella. He'll be pitching, so the pitcher will be in the order. Owen Taylor, number 6, who's a high follow prospect according to Perfect Game USA. He'll be batting third and playing shortstop. The cleanup hitter will be the center fielder, number 2, Ashani McFarland. The Clemson commit, Trayon McFarland, will play right field and bat 5th. And it's kind of disappointing. Obviously as a manager, you don't necessarily look at things like this. You don't really look at these things the way broadcasters and media members look at them. But that would have been a great storyline if McFarland would have been playing on Tuesday, going up against Barlow, who will also be going to Clemson. So the battle of 2 Clemson commits, that could have been a fun little storyline, fun little matchup between those two. The rivals turned into teammates in the coming seasons. Obviously, not a little time differential because Barlow is in his senior year, so he's not he's going to Clemson next season, whereas McFarland is only in his sophomore year, so he has a couple of years left on his belt here at Hartsville before heading up to the upstate and becoming a Tiger. But there is an ACC rivalry matchup there between McFarland and Freeman, who is going to Georgia Tech, and there's a little closer relationship there because Freeman is a junior, so only a year differential between the two. Continuing the Red Foxes lineup, it'll be Ryan Jordan in the 6 hole, and he will be the designated hitter. Batting 7th and playing first base will be Chapman Parker. Batting 8th and playing second base will be Jackson Moore. And batting 9th and catching will be Colin Reason. And the designated hitter will be in for Hadley, who will be the third baseman. Quez Hadley will not be batting tonight, will only be playing the field, at least for now. And the pitcher for the Red Foxes will be Cam Canarella. Like I mentioned, he is also batting second for the Red Foxes. Moving over to North Myrtle Beach, the Chiefs lineup. J.J. Velez will lead it off and play second base. Batting second and playing shortstop will be Jomar Lugo. Batting third and playing first base will be Burgess Garganis. The cleanup hitter is the designated hitter, normally a pitcher, Billy Barlow, as the Chiefs get ready to take the field. And it looks like we are about to get the national anthem, so we'll take a quick... Actually, they'll do the starting lineups first, so I will continue the starting lineups. Batting 5th and playing right field will be Anderson Boyers. Batting 6th and playing third base will be Kevin Rivera. Batting 7th and playing left field will be Trace Hall. Batting 8th and playing center field will be A.J. Vereen. And in batting 9th and catching will be Caden Kingston. And this lineup that the Chiefs have is very different from what they had on Tuesday against these Red Foxes. With the Red Foxes both of these teams sending out pretty much exclusively different lineups than they did on Tuesday. So a very different matchup, not just with the different pitchers, but also with the different lineups as well, as the Chiefs are just about ready to get announced. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. These two teams, it seems like both teams are sending out their bigger lineup, their more powerful lineup in this game than they did on Tuesday. So this looks to be the more important game for both of these teams. And like I mentioned, the Chiefs definitely wanting to get this win, because going down 2-0 to start off the season in region play is not what you want to see if you're a Chiefs fan. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll come right back after the national anthem and get you ready for first pitch between the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs and the Hartsville Red Foxes right here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Welcome back as we are just about set, getting ready for first pitch right here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network between the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs and the Hartsville Red Foxes in the second game of region play for both of these teams. And like I mentioned, the Chiefs definitely do not want to drop 0-2 to start off the season after losing the first game of this matchup earlier this week. Cam Freeman out there on the mound, getting his warm-up pitches out. And Cam Freeman, the Georgia Tech commit for the Chiefs. A quick scouting report on him. He throws a fastball high 80s, low 90s, 89 to 93. Changeup in the high 70s to low 80s, and he throws a slider in the mid to high 70s. And look for him to use all three of those pitches very effectively. Last season, in the one game that we got to see last year, had some command issues, but was working very hard over the summer. Did a lot of things with Diamond Prospects. Did a lot of things around the state. Went to a lot of showcase events. And focused heavily on getting that command under control. And now is the moment for him to shine, for him to show what he can do. Already kind of showed it against Carolina Forest. And this season, already pitching very effectively. Already 2-0 record, has a 2 ERA, a .85 whip, 14 strikeouts, and 5 walks. As Roddy Morris steps up to the plate, and we are just about set to get underway. The first pitch is delivered, and it is a ball just inside. And it's 1-0. We are underway. Start time 6:34 here in North Myrtle Beach. The 1-0 pitch swung on and fouled back into the catcher's glove, and it's 1-1. The weather here at first pitch, 66 degrees and very overcast as the 1-1 pitch strike at the knees, and it's 1-2 to Roddy Morris. The 1-2 pitch, long look in, and now deals. Strike 3 called at the knees, and there's one away. One up, one down for Cam Freeman, and that'll bring up Cam Canarella, the pitcher today. The left-handed batter. The first pitch to Canarella is a strike at the knees, and like I mentioned, the one game that we got to see last season, Freeman had some issues with his command, but today, the fastball, he's marking it on the dot at the knees tonight. The 0-1, ball up and in, and it's 1-1. Starting lineup for the Red Foxes, Roddy Morris at left field, Cam Canarella is the pitcher and batting second. The 1-1 pitch well high and away, and it gets past Kingston, but no harm, no foul with nobody on base, and it's a 2-1 count. 2-1, one away. Still a scoreless ball game. Batting third will be Owen Taylor, the shortstop. Ashani McFarland will be cleaning up and playing center field as Freeman steps off the rubber. Now he gets set once again. And deals. Swung on and missed for strike 2, and it's 2-2. Trayon McFarland will bat fifth and play right field. Ryan Jordan will be the designated hitter and bat sixth. Chapman Parker will be the first baseman and bat seventh. Jackson Moore will be the second baseman and bat eighth. And Colin Reason will be the catcher and bat ninth. That is a great fastball, a high heat, hits the high inside corner and gets Canarella looking as well. And 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts looking for Freeman, and he looks to be in command and on fire to start off this game. That'll bring up Owen Taylor. The first pitch to Taylor. Strike at the knees. And Freeman is marking his pitches astoundingly. The 0-1 pitch. Strike on the high outside corner, and Freeman is trying to go 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. And that will be quite the start for the Chiefs. The 0-2. Check swing. No, they will call him out anyway. Not sure if he checked his swing or not, but it's a called strike 3. 3 up, 3 down, 3 called strikeouts for Cam Freeman. Exactly what you want to see for the Chiefs to start off this game. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Still a scoreless ball game. 0-0 here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Chiefs leading it off on the offensive side, and a great pitching performance by Cam Freeman to start off the game in the top half of the first will definitely give some momentum to the Chiefs. Chiefs definitely have the momentum in their favor to start off this game, and the bats will look to come alive to start off the game. J.J. Velez steps in, the second baseman, to lead it off. First pitch is swung on and fouled back towards the parking lot, and it's 0-1. Velez batting .476 to start off the season, has 7 runs and 5 RBI. Has had a very good start to this campaign. The 0-1 swung on and grounded into the hole. Oh, yes, into the hole, into left field for a base hit. And after a great first start, a great start to the game at the top on the top half of the inning with Freeman striking out the side, J.J. Velez gets things going offensively with a leadoff single. That'll bring up Jomar Lugo, the shortstop. He's batting .316 on the season with 6 runs and 3 RBI. This is the second game of this home-and-home series, with the Chiefs losing the first game, but definitely looking to get on into the win column in region play here, as the first pitch is check swing, but a called strike at the knees to Lugo, and it's 0-1. Facing Cam Canarella in his first outing of the season. The 0-1 pitch. Bunt, but pulled back, and a ball called. Snap throw over to first base, but Velez is able to get back. And it's a 1-1 count. 1-1, nobody out. Nothing ball game. Pickoff throw over to first, but Velez is able to get back. The 1-1 pitch. Bunt attempt, and he pulls it back, but it's a called strike at the knees. And now it's a 1-2 count. So the bunt sign will not be on now for Lugo. And that'll allow Hadley to back up to normal depth at third base as that ball's fouled off. And we'll do it again at 1-2. The first game of this series, North Myrtle Beach losing 14-8. A very high-scoring game in that one as that ball once again fouled off. Oh, no, excuse me. He swung through it. And there's one away. So a strikeout for Canarella. And that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Burgess Garganis. He's batting .318 on the season with 6 runs and 6 RBI. The first baseman. Runner on first base, 1 away. The first pitch to Garganis. Ball just a little low. And it's 1-0. The Chiefs chanting it up in the dugout below us. As a pickoff throw looked like they almost got Velez hanging. But he was able to quickly slide back into the bag. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled off towards the parking lot. Hopefully no cars get hit. Down the left field line, or right field line, down the first base line, the parking lot is just mere feet away from the field. And if you park close to the field, you're doing it at your own peril. I'm surprised that more cars don't get hit here. That pitch is a ball high. Stolen base attempt, a late break, and they're able to gun down Velez. A great throw by Reason to get Velez at second base. So a caught stealing for Velez. That makes him go down to 1 for 3 on the season in stolen base attempts. The pitch, ball up and away, and it's a 2-2 count now. Velez coming into this game was 1 for 2 in stolen base attempts. That pitch, no pitch yet. Now the pitch, the 2-2 pitch, that one's fouled off once again. And we'll do it all over again. 2-2, 2 away, nobody on base. Chiefs trying to get something going offensively after a great defensive for top of the first inning. That pitch is up and in, and it's a full count. Nice job by Garganis, if nothing else, just making Canarella use some pitches. The 2-2. Popped high into shallow center field, ranging out and making the catch is the shortstop Taylor. And that'll end the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. After 1, still 0-0 here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. 4-5-6 due up for Hartsville as they try to put the ball in play for the first time in this game. Got struck out 1-2-3. Cam Freeman striking out the side to start off the game in the top half of the first inning. He'll face off against Shawnee McFarland to start it off. The first pitch to McFarland. Ball just low. And it's 1-0. Trying to use that low pitch. Trying to hit the knees once again, which in the first inning Freeman was very effective at. That pitch is chopped over the... Oh, what a great grab. Leaping grab by Rivera at third base. Thrown on the first in time for the first out of the inning. What a great play by Rivera. That was a high chopper. Looked like it was going to get over his head into left field. But he was able to leap up and throw a bullet over to Garganis for the first out of the inning. So 1 away. And that'll bring up Trayon McFarland. The first pitch to McFarland is a ball up and in. And it's 1-0. North Myrtle Beach wearing their white jerseys with the blue stripe in the middle. The 1-0 pitch is a ball just low. And it's a 2-0 count. Hartsville wearing their red jerseys with the black shoulders and gray pants. The 2-0 pitch. Ball just low, and now after being able to hit that low pitch, being able to hit the edge of the plate, the low edge of the plate, very effectively in the first inning. Trying to be a little too fancy and throwing it a little too low in this second inning. That pitch is up and in, and it's a 4-pitch walk for McFarland. So first runner on base for Hartsville. That'll give me a chance to run through the defensive alignment for North Myrtle Beach. It'll be Hall, Vereen, and Boyers in the outfield, left to right. Third to first, it'll be Rivera, Lugo, Velez, and Garganis. And doing the catching is Caden Kingston for Freeman. That'll bring up Ryan Jordan, the designated hitter. First pitch to Jordan is swung on and fouled off down the right field line, and it's 0-1. The manager for Hartsville is Tony Gainey with Michael Chapman, Adam Fawetta, Nick Martin, Joseph Starr, and Pete Stokes as the assistants. And a quick mound visit for Kingston, just trying to get Freeman a little bit under control as his command has been a little off. Now that pitch misses a tiny bit low and away. And it's a 1-1 count now. What? Aces are wild, 1 on, 1 out, and a 1-1 count. The pitch. Swung on and chopped over to second base. Flip on the second for 1. On the first, double play. 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. So after giving up a walk to McFarland, Freeman is able to get out of the slight jam very quickly with the double play and retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. After 1.5, still 0-0 here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. 4-5-6 due up for the Chiefs as Billy Barlow, the designated hitter, steps into the box. He's batting .385 this season with 2 runs and 3 RBI. The coaching staff for North Myrtle Beach, the head coach Barry Alderson, with Matt Roop, Matthew Jolly, Billy Hauser, and Mike Alderson as his assistants. The 0-1 pitch is a ball, and it's a 1-1 count now. Working very quickly is Canarella. The 1-1 swung on and missed. Some high heat by Canarella. And it's 1-2. Barlow, most known for his pitching, but can do some good things with the aluminum. That pitch swung on and fouled off, and we'll do it all over again at 1-2. We are here at North Myrtle Beach High School, their stadium. 3-10 as the pitch is swung on and grounded over into the hole, ranging over the shortstop. High throw, though, and it pulls him off the first baseman off the bag. Taylor was able to go deep into the hole, was able to get that ball, but just threw it a little too high, and Parker got pulled off the bag as a result. And that'll give North Myrtle Beach their first base runner of the ball game. Not sure what they're going to call on that, if they're going to count it as a hit or if they're going to count it as an error. But either way, North Myrtle Beach gets their first runner of the game. That'll bring up Anderson Boyers. The first pitch to Boyers, bunt attempt, and he pops it up, foul. And it's 0-1. I'm going to give Barlow a single. I think they'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one because he was gunning it down the line. So 1-0 count. Boyer is batting .364 on the season with 8 runs and 6 RBI. And the pickoff throw over to first, keeping Barlow close. Barlow, not exactly all that well known for his speed, but he can go when he feels like it. No stolen bases yet as the bunt attempt. Perfect bunt right up the middle and very short. And the catcher, Reason, will come out and throw on to first in time for the out. So the sacrifice bunt works successfully, moving Barlow over to second. And that'll bring up the number 6 hitter, the third baseman, Kevin Rivera. He's only batting .143 on the season with 3 runs and 1 RBI. Would certainly like to get a big hit right here. The first pitch is a strike at the knees to Rivera, and it's 0-1. Runner on second base, 1 away. And I'll just say I love seeing small ball. You don't really see it in the majors or minors anymore, as that pitch is a strike on the low outside corner. And it's quickly 0-2 to Rivera. You don't really see it. You see it in college a little bit, but even in high school or even in college, you don't see it nearly as much as you used to. But I love seeing it. That ball's fouled off, and we'll do it all over again at 0-2. 0-2, 1 away. Still scoreless ball game. Runner on second base. Chiefs are threatening. And time is called at the plate. Now Rivera steps in once again. The 0-2. Strike 3 called on the low outside corner, and there are 2 away. That'll bring up Trace Hall, who has only had 1 at-bat on the season thus far. And that 1 at-bat, he struck out. Would like to do a little better than that here, as he has a good opportunity to give the Chiefs the lead here in the second inning. That pitch missing up and in. And it's 1-0. 1-0, one away. No score yet. Scoreless ball game still. Bottom of the second inning. The pitch. Swung on and fouled off. And it's 1-1. One and one, two away. Here at North Myrtle Beach High School, 3:10 down the lines, and 3:55 to straight away center field. That pitch is swung on and missed. Just a get me over fastball. If you see it, if you can hit it, go ahead. And Hall was not able to catch up with it, and it's a 1-2 count. Looking over to second is Canarella. Now gets set and deals. And that ball just misses off the plate outside. And it's a 2-2 count. 2-2, two away. Still a scoreless ball game. Looking over to second is Canarella. And deals. That ball is lined out into right field, but that will fall foul. Tried to slap it down the right field line, but just could not keep it in fair territory. So we'll do it all over again at a 2-2 count. Canarella gets set and deals. That ball is also fouled off, and if nothing else, Hall is making Canarella use some pitches. And especially for a batter who, he hasn't done much, obviously hasn't done much yet this season. Even if you're not, obviously you want him to get hit. That pitch is a strike called at the knees. And that'll end the inning. So no runs on one hit, no errors, and one left on base. So after two full, still a scoreless ball game here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Bottom of the order due up for the Red Foxes. It'll be 7, 8, 9. Parker, Moore, and Reason due up. Leading off for Hartsville will be Chapman Parker, the first baseman. And they will face Cam Freeman in his third inning of work. Very effective thus far, with a little more wild in that first inning. That ball is popped high into shallow left field, ranging out and making a spectacular grab is the shortstop Lugo for the first out of the inning, having to leap up, kind of a jumping, diving grab as he had to range out and make the grab, and he does so for the first out of the inning. Great play by Lugo for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Jackson Moore, the second baseman. The first pitch for Freeman to Moore is a ball just a little low. And it's 1-0. Still trying to use that low part of the plate, trying to hit the knees on just about every pitch he throws. was very effective and very consistent with it in the first inning, but not able to hit as well in the second inning or in thus far in this third inning. That second pitch is a get-me-over fastball right down the pipe, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Ball just off the plate outside, and it's a 2-1 count. The 2-1. Strike at the knees, and it's 2-2. That's the type of location that we expected from Freeman after the first inning. The 2-2 pitch. Ball just slowing inside, and it's a full count. Freeman doing very well at locating his pitches and putting it right on the black, just not getting the call all the time. The payoff pitch. Swung on and hit out over to second base. Ranging over is Velez. Throw it on the first in time for the second out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down, and that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Colin Reason, the catcher. The first pitch to Reason. Ball just low. And it's 1-0. Once again, trying to paint that low part of the plate. The 1-0. Strike on the high outside corner. And it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. And it's 1-2. Freeman, also the quarterback for the Chiefs football team, them making it all the way to the state championship this season before losing to AC Flora in the championship game. The 1-2 swung on and tapped at the plate, ranging out and getting the ball is Kingston, throwing on to first in time for the final out of the inning. So another 1-2-3 inning for Cam Freeman. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base after 2.5. Still 0-0 here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. 8-9-1 due up for the Chiefs here in the bottom half of the third inning in a scoreless ball game. Still 0-0. A.J. Vereen will step into the box to lead it off. He's batting .227 on the season with 5 runs and 4 RBI. The first pitch to Vereen is swung on and chopped at the plate, and it's 0-1. In the third inning of work for Canarella, he's been pretty effective thus far. The 0-1 pitch will not come yet as Canarella steps off. I think actually Vereen stepped out of the box. Now the 0-1 pitch comes, and that ball is fouled off once again. And it'll be an 0-2 count now. Chiefs, while they haven't been able to get a ton going offensively, definitely getting more done offensively than the Red Foxes. The 0-2. Swung on, and that'll be fouled off once again, heading towards the cars. Didn't hear any shattered glass or anything, so I don't think it hit a car, luckily. But we'll do it once again at 0-2. The pitch. Strike 3 called at the knees, and Vereen is not happy with himself at the result, hitting his bat against his knees. And there's one away. That'll bring up Caden Kingston, who is batting .154 on the season with 3 RBI. He was higher up in the order. The first pitch to Kingston is a ball low and away, and it's 1-0. Was higher in the order earlier on this season to start off. Batted 6th in the game against Carolina Forest. The 1-0 pitch. Ball strike on the outside part of the plate, and it's 1-1. But because of his struggles offensively, Coach Alderson decided to move him down in the order. The 1-1 is swung on and missed. Got out in front of a changeup. Did Kingston, and it's 1-2. 1-2, one away in a scoreless ball game. This game has been, the 1-2 is fouled off, and we'll do it all over again at 1-2. This game has been pretty much the polar opposite of the first matchup between these two teams, which was an offensive showcase. But yeah, especially on Hartsville's side, that ball's fouled off once again. And we'll do it all over again at 1-2. Especially on Hartsville's side, it's understandable. Although Billy Barlow is also a very good pitcher. And it's kind of surprising that the first game was much more of an offensive showcase, considering the fact that neither one of these teams had their primary lineup out there. That ball is swung on and missed on the 1-2 pitch, thrown down to first as that ball got into the dirt. But Reason is able to pick it up, throw on to first in time for the second out of the inning. So a K2-3 gets us back to the top of the order, and J.J. Velez, who led off the game for the Chiefs with a single, and after the strong 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeout performance by Freeman in the top part of the inning, you were thinking that the Chiefs were in prime position to break out of this game early on. That pitch missing low and away, 1-0 pitch. 1-0 count now. The 1-0 pitch. Ball up and in, and it's 2-0. And Velez got the single, and it looked like the Chiefs were getting ready to go on a tear, but he then got picked off at second, and that ended that. That pitch is a strike on the outside part of the plate, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 offering. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. And we'll do it all over again at 2-2. 2-2, 2 away. Still a scoreless ball game. Bottom of the third inning. The 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Some high heat. Got Velez to swing underneath it, and that'll end the inning. So no runs, no hits. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts for Cam Canarella. And it looks like this is going to be another pitching duel as the Chiefs, still scoreless ball game right here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Top of the order due up for the Red Foxes. Roddy Morris steps in to lead it off, and he will face off against Cam Freeman in his 4th inning of work. The first pitch to Morris is swung on and grounded over the short, ranging in, throwing, firing over to first, and getting the speedy Morris is Lugo, and there are 1 away. Great job by Lugo charging in on that ball and making a strong throw over to Garganis, and there's 1 away. So 1 up, 1 down, and that'll bring up Cam Canarella. The first pitch to Canarella is a ball low and away, and it's a 1-0 count. Freeman steps off the rubber. Now gets set once again and deals. That ball up and in, and it's a 2-0 count. The only thing that Freeman has really had any sort of real struggles with, and it hasn't really hurt him, is him trying to be a little too fine on his location. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1, and it's a 2-1 count. And even when he's had some issues there, when he had the walk to McFarland, he was able to quickly get out of the jam. It looks like that first inning, as that pitch is swung on and fouled off over our head, and it's a 2-2 count now. It seems like that first inning, when he was so fine with his pitches and he was getting the perfect location, hitting the knees, getting the calls, he said, okay, this is how I need to pitch. And then the calls weren't coming for him, and he's had some issues with the strike zone every now and again, but then when he's needed to, then he just throws a pitch in there where he knows that if the batter hits it, his fielders are going to be able to cover him, and that's exactly what he's done for the remainder of this game thus far. The 2-2 is a strike on the high inside corner called, and there are 2 away. And just as I say, the command not completely there. He locates that pitch perfectly on the high inside corner and gets Canarella looking. That'll bring up Owen Taylor. He struck out looking to end the first inning. The first pitch is swung on and popped high into straightaway right field, ranging over to his right and making the catch is Boyers for the final out of the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. After 3.5, it's still 0-0 here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Two, 3, 4 due up for the Chiefs as Jomar Lugo will step in. He's 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the first inning. And I'm going to do something that no broadcaster should ever do because we all know about the broadcaster jinx. But we're already halfway through this game, and we are less than an hour into it. The first pitch to Lugo is swung on and fouled back, and it's 0-1. And watch, now that I've said that this game is going by in record speed, now the bats will come alive, and we're going to go into a snail's pace. That ball fouled off as well, and it's 0-2. But as of right now, this game has been a sprint with both of these pitchers dominating. That ball is hit high into shallow center field, ranging out and making the catch is the shortstop Taylor. And there's one away. That'll bring the number 3 hitter up, Burgess Garganis. He's 0 for 1, popped out to the shortstop to end the first inning. The first pitch to Garganis is swung on and flown out down the right field line, but foul. And it's 0-1. 0-1, one away in the bottom of the 4th inning, halfway through this game and still no score. And this game, as the 0-1 is a ball up and away, and it's 1-1. This game has been so much focused on the pitchers that I haven't even had a chance to mention the defensive alignment for Hartsville. And that's how quickly this game has gone. That pitch well up and in, as Garganis has to turn his back, and it's now a 2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch swung on and fouled off over towards the parking lot. Watch out, cars. And sounded like something might have gotten hit, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. And it's a 2-2 count now. We'll go through the defensive linemen real quick for Hartsville. It's Morris, McFarland, and Trayon McFarland left to right. The pitch is a ball up and away, and it's a full count. Left to right on the infield, it's Hadley, Taylor, Moore, and Parker, with Reason doing the catching. The payoff pitch is well up and in, and Garganis is able to work a walk. So the Chiefs have another base runner on. They've had one base runner on in each of the first 2 innings. Did not get any base runners on in the third. Getting struck out. The entire side getting struck out 1, 2, 3. But each of the first 2 innings started out with a leadoff single, but neither man was able to get further than second base, and that's where Billy Barlow was stranded. That ball is swung on and missed for strike 1. A nice fastball that got Barlow. Speaking of Billy Barlow, he is up to the plate, and he swings over the top of a fastball at the knees for the first strike. He is 1 for 1, like I mentioned, with a single, and was able to get to second base, but no further. Pickoff throw over to first, keeping Garganis close. The 0-1 pitch, up and in, and it's a 1-1 count. Aces are wild, 1 on, 1 out, and a 1-1 count. We'll see. Barlow would certainly like to get something going here, as that ball is fouled off at the plate. And it's a 1-2 count. Would certainly like to get a little bit of offense going for the Chiefs. Barlow, known as Wild Bill to football head coach Matt Reel. While he's more primarily known for the baseball diamond, both him and Cameron Freeman, primarily baseball players. Obviously, both of them going Division I on the baseball diamond, but also solid players on the football gridiron, with Barlow being a middle linebacker. A little small for a middle linebacker on a higher level, and that's why he's going the baseball route instead. He swings and misses at some high heat and gets struck out for the second out of the inning. So that'll bring up Anderson Boyers, who does not have an official at-bat yet today. He had a sacrifice bunt in the second inning, moving over Barlow to second. The first pitch. Ball in the dirt. Oh, no, actually it hit him. They're going to say it hit him. So a hit by a pitch for Boyers. And he will head over to first base. So now runners on first and second with 2 away. And the tomahawk chop is ringing out into the stadium, trying to get these Chiefs faithful to get on their feet and try to get the Chiefs some more momentum and potentially get the first run of the game on the board finally. Kevin Rivera steps into the box. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That pitch is a ball low and away. And 2-0 almost got past Reason at the plate, and that would have been big if both runners would have been able to advance. Fortunately for Hartsville, they were not able to do so. The 1-0 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. Or strike 1, excuse me, and it's a 1-1 count. 1-1, 2 away, runners on first and second. This is the first real threat, although the Chiefs did have a runner on second with just 1 away in the second inning, and we're not able to bring him around. This is now runners on first and second with 2 away. That's a high chopper over to the first baseman, and Parker will field it, step on the bag himself for the final out. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. After 4 fulls, still 0-0 here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Middle of the order due up for Hartsville as the 4, 5, 6 hitters will lead it off for the Red Foxes. It'll be Ashani McFarland to lead it off. He is 0 for 1, grounded out to the third baseman Rivera to start off the second inning as Cam Freeman heads out for his 5th inning of work. The first pitch. Ball just a tiny bit low, and that one looked like it was good. I think the issue was that Kingston closed his glove a little early, and as a result, it looked as though that was lower than it was because Kingston lost the ball. But 1-0 nonetheless, as that pitch is swung on and chopped over to the third baseman, over past the glove of Rivera. Lugo able to range over and make a strong throw on the run. A little, not quite a Jeter hop, but a little hop on his throw. And he throws a bullet over to Garganis for the first out of the inning. So there's 1 away. That'll bring up the number 5 hitter, Treyon McFarland. He does not have an official at-bat, did work a walk in the second inning. The first pitch to McFarland is a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. McFarland, the Clemson commit. And this is a battle of ACC products. As Kingston will go out to the mound to discuss things with Freeman. McFarland is the one guy that Freeman had any sort of issues with thus far in this game, obviously working the walk. The 0-1 pitch to McFarland is a strike at the knees, and it's 0-2. After being a little too fine with his pitches in the first at-bat, the first play appearance against McFarland, Freeman just saying, here, I'm going to throw my fastball right where you can hit it, right where I know it's going to get called a strike, see if you can do anything with it. And he hasn't been able to thus far. That time, trying to get him to chase one low and away, tried a slider, trying to get him to chase it, but no dice. And it trickles past Kingston, but with no runners on base, no harm, no foul. And it's a 1-1 count. 1-2. 1-2, one away. As dusk is settling, a slight red hue right at as the 1-2 pitch is a ball just a little bit low, 2-2 count. Right on the horizon, a slight orange hue. But the lights are on in full force now here in North Myrtle Beach. The 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and there are 2 away. That will bring up Ryan Jordan, who is 0 for 1. He finished after the McFarland walk. He destroyed any chance of Hartsville getting any sort of rally going as he grounded out into a 4-6-3 double play to end the second inning. Still scoreless ball game here in the top half of the 5th inning. 2 away. The pitch. Strike on the low outside corner, and it's 0-1 to Jordan. After, especially in the second inning, Freeman losing his command a tiny bit, not really losing his command, but not getting the calls he wanted, has been much more effective in this inning getting those strike calls. That pitch, just a tiny bit low, almost got Jordan to chase, but he was able to hold up. And it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1 pitch. Ball up and away. And it's 2-1. And some cheering going on the Hartsville side. Trying to get the Red Foxes to get some offensive momentum. That pitch is a strike at the knees, and it's a 2-2 count. 2-2, 2 away now. And Freeman tries to finish this inning off 1-2-3 as well. The 2-2 offering. Just off the plate outside. And the guys up here in the booth and down underneath me in the dugout were not happy with that call. So now it's a full count. 3-2, 2 outs. The payoff pitch. Swung on and blooped out into right field, but it will fall foul down the line, and we'll do it all over again. The payoff pitch to come once again. 3-2, 2 outs. Long look in for Freeman. The pitch. Strike 3 called at the knees. And that'll end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. After 4.5, still scoreless here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Welcome back to North Myrtle Beach Chiefs baseball right here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Still scoreless ball game, and the Chiefs have the bottom of the order coming up, 7, 8, 9. Trace Hall will lead it off. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking to end the second inning. As Canarella is still on the mound. The first pitch to Hall is swung on and popped high over to the second baseman. Moore will take a few steps over to his right and make the catch for the first out of the inning. So one pitch, one away. And that'll bring up A.J. Vereen. He's also 0 for 1 today. Has struck out looking to start off the third inning. He'll step off the mound. The first pitch to Vereen is a strike on the high inside corner. And it's 0-1. 0-1, 1 away. Still scoreless ball game. The 0-1 ball up and away, and it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1 ball just off the plate outside. And it's a 2-1 count now. Third baseman Hadley is playing. He's playing in the dirt right at the cutout. But every time the pitch is thrown, he kind of creeps up a little bit. That ball's fouled off. And it's now a 2-2 count. 2-2, 1 away. Long look in by Canarella. Now he steps off. And now time is called. As Reason will go out to talk with Canarella. Just trying to, maybe some signals crossed or something between those two. But they'll get it figured out as the Jeopardy theme gets played over the loudspeakers. Always fun to do those funny little things, you know, when things like this happen. And now we are set once again. The pitch swung on and missed for strike 3, and there are 2 away. So 2 away, 2 up, 2 down, and that'll bring up Caden Kingston, who's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. And this has really been a battle between these two pitchers. First pitch to Kingston is a ball outside. And it's a 1-0 count. There's really only one difference between these two pitching performances between what Freeman, as that ball is chopped up the middle, a high hopper gets over the glove of Moore and out into right field. So a 2-out single for Kingston. And we head back to the top of the order. And the Chiefs try to get something going here with 2 away. And looks like there's going to be a pinch runner sent out for Kingston. Colin Frazier going out to first base. So he'll take over at first base for Kingston. J.J. Velez stepping into the box. He's 1 for 2 today. Singled to start off the game for the Chiefs, but then was caught stealing at second and also struck out. That pitch well up and in, and it's 1-0. According to Diamond Prospects, Canarella is hitting 90 miles an hour. That pitch also up and in, and it's a 2-0 count. So Canarella doing well tonight with his velocity. The pitch. Ball up and in. And it's a 3-0 count. Now Canarella starting to lose his command a little bit. And once again, as a result, Reason goes out to talk with Canarella, try to get him to calm down a little bit. As with 2 away, all you need is 1 out and you're out of this jam. If you really can even consider this a jam with just a runner on first base. The 3-0 pitch. Ball high and a 4-pitch walk now gives the Chiefs a runner in scoring position. And that will bring up Jomar Lugo. Lugo 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a pop out to the shortstop. Lugo thus far this season with runners in scoring position, as that pitch is a ball high. And it's 1-0. Thus far this season with runners in scoring position, Lugo batting .250. And now the manager comes out. Can't fully tell if there's anyone warming up in the bullpen for Hartsville. But you have to imagine that obviously there's no rule like in the MLB in high school when it comes to mound visits. But you have to imagine that, that was the manager's one mound visit, or the pitching coach's one mound visit for the inning. So any more mound visits by him would require a pull. Runners on first and second, 2 away, 1-0 count. The pitch. Strike right down the pipe, and it's a 1-1 count. One and 1, 2 away. The pitch. Ball in the dirt. Nice block by Reason, keeping it in front of him and making sure neither runner advanced. It's now a 2-1 count. The 2-2. Swung on and fouled off. And now we'll do it again. Deuces are wild. 2 on, 2 outs, and a 2-2 count. In the bottom of the 5th inning, still a scoreless ball game. And on top of that, while I will not say it because of the broadcaster jinx, I will say there is an added storyline to this game right now. That pitch misses low and away. and now it's a full count. Big opportunity for the Chiefs to either at least extend this inning and get the bases loaded. If not, scoring a run on their own. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 called at the knees, and that'll end the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base after 5 full, still scoreless here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Top of the 6th inning as we head to the bottom of the order for the Red Foxes. It will be 7, 8, 9. Chapman Parker leads it off for Hartsville. He is 0 for 1 today. Popped out to the shortstop in the 3rd inning to start it off. Freeman still out there in his 6th inning of work. We'll get you some out-of-town scoreboard, some region scoreboard in just a little bit. The first pitch to Parker is a strike on the inside part of the plate, and it's 0-1. Freeman still out there in his 6th inning of work, pitching very effectively. The 0-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2, and it's 0-2. What turned out this evening, there are a lot of clouds out there, and there was a bit of a concern for rain earlier on in the evening, but it's turned out to be a beautiful night for baseball out here. That ball fouled off, and we'll do it all over again at 0-2. West Florence is facing off against Wilson tonight. That is the only other game in the region tonight. And currently, the Knights of West Florence are leading Wilson 4-2 in the 5th inning as that pitch just misses low. And Freeman went to his knees on that one after there was no call, saying, where was that missed? But it is a 1-2 count now. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and there's 1 away. That is Freeman's 7th strikeout of the evening. And that'll bring up Jackson Moore. He is 0 for 1 today with a ground out to the second baseman. The first pitch to Moore. Ball up and inside, and it's 1-0. We'll go around the region, go through the standings. Like I mentioned, the only game on the docket tonight, West Florence and Wilson. That pitch misses high, 2-0 count to Moore. Like I mentioned, the only game currently going on is outside of this one, West Florence and Wilson. West Florence currently leading Wilson 4-2 in the 5th inning, heading to the 6th inning. That pitch misses up and in, and actually plunks him. So that'll put a runner on first base with 1 away. That'll bring up Colin Reason. He's 0 for 1 today, grounded out to the catcher, just a chopper right at the plate to end the third inning. Going around the region, West Florence and Myrtle Beach, according to the schedule, were supposed to play tonight against Darlington, but as that ball is fouled off at the plate, and it's 0-1. But they actually played last night and absolutely put a shellacking on Darlington, 18-0. West Florence also beat Wilson handily in their last game on Tuesday. And like I mentioned, West Florence and Wilson playing each other tonight. 0-1, one away, runner on first base. The third baseman playing well in, looking for the sacrifice bunt. He does square, but it's a ball in the dirt. It gets past Kingston, and that will allow Moore to move up to second base. So now a runner in scoring position with one away off of the wild pitch. And in spite of that other storyline that I will not mention here, but I think you all can gather what I'm getting at, the Red Foxes have a chance of potentially taking the lead. Runner on second, one away, still scoreless ball game. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and hit into the hole, and it gets past the diving Velez into right field for a base hit. Thrown on home, and they will hold Moore at third. And that will break it. I did not mention it by name, but that will end the no-hit bid for Cam Freeman, as the only runner to get on base prior to this inning was Trayon McFarland back in the second inning, but there were no hits allowed for Freeman up until that point. So now, and on the throw, it allows Reason to get to second. So score that a single, and then he gets to second on the throw. So now two runners in scoring position for the top of the order, and Roddy Morris. The infield for North Myrtle Beach all playing in, looking to go home or at least hold the runner at third on a sharp ground ball. The first pitch is a ball just off the plate, high and away. And it's a 1-0 count. This is the biggest moment in this game thus far. Scoreless ball game, two runners in scoring position. Sixth inning. That pitch swung on and missed for strike one. And it's 1-1. And you know what? While I didn't say it by name, I will take full responsibility for this inning, because I mentioned it last inning that there was an added storyline now. As we were getting closer and closer, I knew it was there, but I probably shouldn't have mentioned it. I'll take full responsibility for that. The broadcaster jinx, once again for the second week in a row, is alive and well. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike two. 1-2 count. The 1-2. Swung on and missed for strike three, and that's a big second out for Freeman, as now any out will get him out of this jam. That'll bring up Cam Canarella, who is 0 for 2 today, struck out looking twice. And now the pitching coach will head out to the mound. We'll see if this is just a meeting or if they're going to pull Freeman. So we'll wait to see. Still out there talking, and umpire giving him some time to have their little powwow and see what needs to be done. They are going to keep Freeman in. Just a little strategy meeting, probably. The whole infield came in as well onto the mound. And I would say it was just a strategy meeting to make sure that everyone knew what they were supposed to do if the ball got hit to them. I would, with none of the other runners being force out potentials, you'd have to imagine that any ground ball, you just throw it to first base. Actually, excuse me. There are bases loaded. Not sure where the third runner came from. As I must have missed something, as that ball is swung on and grounded over to the shortstop. He'll throw on to second base to end the inning. So the Chiefs get out of the jam. So no runs on one hit, no errors, and 3 left on base. After 5.5, it is still a scoreless ball game here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Heart of the order due up for the Chiefs here in the bottom half of the 6th inning, and after having a scare in the top half of the 6th, the Chiefs will look to finally put a run on the board for either team. Looked like Hartsville had a chance, had the bases loaded with 2 away, but just could not finish it off. But now the Chiefs have the opportunity to get something going, and certainly would like to get something going. Burgess Garganis steps into the box. He's 0 for 1 today. Popped out to the shortstop and reached on a walk. The first pitch to Garganis. Ball low and away, and it's 1-0. The 1-0. Ball low and away as well, and so now a 2-0 count, and looks like Canarella is starting to lose a little bit of his command, starting to get a little bit fatigued here. The 2-0 swung on and missed for strike one. Two and one count, nobody out. The 2-1 pitch swung on and fouled off, and it's a 2-2 count now. Two and two, nobody out. The pitch. Ball up and inside, and it's now full. Garganis having a good eye in this at-bat. Trying to get something going for the Chiefs. The payoff pitch. Swung on and popped out high into shallow right field. Ranging in and trying to dive for it, but not able to is the right fielder, McFarland. It'll get past him, but with Garganis not exactly being the speediest guy on the base paths, he will have to stay at second base. But a great job by Garganis getting the Chiefs off to a hot start with a leadoff double. And now the Chiefs have a runner in scoring position with nobody out for the cleanup hitter, Billy Barlow. He's 1 for 2 today with a single. As Reason goes out to talk with Canarella. And after 5 innings worth of defensive and pitching supremacy, now the bats are starting to come alive at least a little bit for both of these teams. Barlow is the man that you want at the plate. And Colin Frazier will come out to pinch run for Garganis. Barlow is the man that you want at the plate in this moment. He is one of the top hitters with runners in scoring position thus far this season, batting .429 with runners in scoring position on the season, and that has resulted in 3 RBI. The first pitch to Barlow, bunt attempt, pullback, and now a snap throw over to second, and they got him leaning. He was about a third of the way off of the bag, thought about going towards third. Looked like they were trying to do a steal bunt, and a great throw by Reason just barely gets Garganis the pinch runner at second, and that is a big blow for the Chiefs. The pitch. Ball low and away, 1-1. 1-1 count, 1 away in the bottom half of the 6th inning. As a Bill chant goes up as that ball swung on and missed for strike 2. I'm not sure if they are or not. But if they are doing it in the way that I think they are, it's a great reference. They're doing it in the Bill Nye the Science Guy theme way. That ball is swung on and missed for strike 3, and there are 2 away. But so Wild Bill or Bill Nye the Science Guy, whatever you want to call Billy Barlow, not quite able to work his magic in this inning. And that'll be 2 away. That'll bring up Anderson Boyers. He's 0 for 1. He's actually not had an official at-bat yet today. The first pitch is swung on and fouled off. Strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2 on a pitch at the knees. Swung over the top of it. And it's quickly 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and chopped over to the second baseman. Moore fields it, throws on the first in time for the final out of the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. After 6 fulls, still scoreless here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Middle of the order due up for Hartsville, as Ashani McFarland will lead it off against Cam Freeman, who's out there for his 7th inning of work. Will try to work the complete game shutout, but may need more than 7 tonight with the game still scoreless, as that ball hits him, and McFarland will get on base with a hit by a pitch to start off the inning. And that will bring up Trayon McFarland, who's 0 for 1 today. Had a walk and a strikeout. Rivera's playing very well on the grass at third base, probably anticipating the bunt, but with how good McFarland is at the plate, I don't know if you would necessarily have him. He does square away, but it's missed, and it gets away from Kingston. But Kingston tried to argue that it was tipped, but the umpire says it was not, and the wild pitch, the pass ball, allows Ashani McFarland to move up to second base. So now runner in scoring position with nobody out for the Red Foxes. And Hartsville has a big opportunity right here. 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch, ball high, and it'll get past Kingston again, allowing McFarland to move up all the way to third. And Freeman starting to lose his command a little bit after being so dominant for the first 5 innings of this game. Now Lugo goes out there to talk with Freeman, try to calm him down a little bit, and now Coach Alderson will go out. Has not made a move to the bullpen yet. Can't see the North Myrtle Beach bullpen from our vantage point. So we'll see. We'll have to wait to see if the hook is on for Freeman. Alderson out there for a long talk. And no, they're going to keep him in there. Just trying to calm him down. Maybe talk a little strategy. Runner on third base, nobody out. 1-1 count to McFarland, the Clemson commit. Freeman looks in for the sign, gets set, and deals. That pitch just missing low, and it's a 2-1 count now. Two and one count. Two one pitch. Strike at the knees, and it's a 2-2 count. North Myrtle Beach, following this game, their next matchup will be here at home at North Myrtle Beach against South Florence on Monday. So a quick turnaround for the Chiefs. And we'll have all the action for you on Monday right here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Meanwhile, for Hartsville, they will travel out to West Florence to face off the Knights. The 2-2 is swung on and missed for strike three. And that is a big first out for Freeman to try to get out of this big jam that he's found himself in. Runner on third, one away now. And that will bring up Ryan Jordan. Jordan 0 for 2 today. Ended 2 straight innings. First with a 4-6-3 double play in the second, and then struck out looking to end the fourth. That pitch up and in. And it's 1-0. Infield playing in, trying to make sure that on a hard hit ground ball, they'll look back McFarland, keep him at third before throwing on to first. Both of the left side infielders, that ball swung on and missed for strike one. Aces are wild, 1 on, 1 out, and a 1-1 count. Both left side infielders playing on the dirt or in the out in the indent. Both right side infielders just playing on the edge of the dirt. That pitch swung on and missed for strike two. And now Freeman is 1 strike away from getting 2 away and being 1 out away from getting out of this jam. 1-2 count, 1 away. Top of the 7th inning, still scoreless ball game. The pitch. Swung on and chopped over to the second baseman. They'll throw home. The tag is put, and he guns him down. Great throw by Velez, getting the runner at home. And there are 2 away. The runner does get to first base on the fielder's choice. So Jordan will be at first. But a great decision by Velez. That's why you play in on the infield when there's a runner at third. McFarland was going on contact, and a great throw by Velez guns him down and keeps this game scoreless. That'll bring up Chapman Parker. He's 0 for 2 today. First pitch to Parker is a ball high, 1-0. So a 4-2 FC. A 4-2 fielder's choice ends the threat, at least for now, for the Chiefs. The 1-0 is swung on and foul tipped at the plate. And it's 1-1. 1-1, runner on first base, 2 away. No score still after a great play by Velez. Great play by J.J. Velez to gun McFarland at home. Ashani McFarland trying to get the first run on the board. A stolen base attempt, throw down, but not quite in time as Ryan Jordan steals second. So now the Red Foxes have a runner at second base again, have a runner in scoring position once again. But the Chiefs are in a much better position to get out of the jam than they were just a few moments ago. 2-1 count. The 2-1. Fouled off. Tried to check his swing, but in the process, the ball just kind of clipped off of his bat and ricocheted towards the Hartsville dugout. So it'll be a 2-2 count now. 2-2, 2 away, runner on second base. Another big pitch for Freeman right here. Freeman looks in for the sign. Looks back at second, now deals. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And the throw down, Jordan was going on the pitch, but it did not matter as it's a strike 3 called. And that'll end the top half of the 7th inning. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. After 6.5, we head to the bottom of the 7th. It's stretch time here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network, and the final chance for the Chiefs before we potentially head to extras. Stay tuned right here. Last chance for the Chiefs before we head to extra innings. As that ball is hit out into straightaway right field, and that'll get caught actually into right center field, and it will be caught by the right fielder. So 1 pitch and 1 away for the Chiefs as Kevin Rivera was swinging on the first pitch and flew it out to right center for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Trace Hall. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop out to the second baseman. And the one play that I missed earlier, I just wanted to go back real quick. The one play I missed earlier was an intentional walk that got the runner on first base. The first pitch to Hall is swung on and missed. Some high heat that Hall tried to go up the barrel for, but could not reach it. And it's 0-1. Canarella still out there, still throwing strong. The 0-1 pitch. Ball high, 1-1. And because in high school you don't throw the actual pitches, they just give it. They just call it out and they give it to you. I missed it. I must have been looking away or something when they called it. As now, Reason will go out to talk with Canarella, try to calm him down a little bit. 1-2 count, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. And still scoreless ball game, so if this one does not, if there is not a run scored in this inning, we will head to extras. Trace Hall would love to get his first hit of the season right here in a big spot. He swings and misses at that one. And that's a strikeout, and there are 2 away. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up the number 8 hitter, A.J. Vereen. He has also struggled at the plate. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. 1 looking, 1 swinging. Would like to avoid the hat trick right here. The first pitch. Ball just off the plate outside. And it's 1-0. The 1-0. Swung on and hit out into shallow right center field. Actually went a lot deeper than I thought it would. Ranging over to his right and making the catch is McFarland. and that will end the inning. So we've got some free baseball here in Little River as the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs and Hartsville Red Foxes head to the top of the 8th inning here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Extra innings baseball right here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Still scoreless, 0-0 ball game. The bottom of the order, 8-9, and then back up to the top. 8-9-1 due up for Hartsville, with Cam Freeman still on the bump. Already pitched a complete game, at least in the high school level, maybe trying to go for the MLB and college complete game. The first pitch is a ball low to Jackson Moore, and it's 1-0. Moore 0 for 1 today. A ground out to second base and a hit by a pitch, was stranded at third after that, as that ball is tipped at the plate, and it's 1-1. Moore was stranded at third base in the 6th inning on that bases loaded jam for Freeman. The pitch swung on and popped high into shallow left field, ranging out, not thought about making the catch, and now dropped. Lugo backed off. Hall called him off. Lugo had to kind of slide out of the way, and Hall was not able to make the catch, and that puts a runner on first base to start off the inning for the Red Foxes. And that's not what you want to see as a North Myrtle Beach Chiefs fan to start off this top half of the 8th inning in extra innings. You got to mark that one as an E7. So runner on first base now with nobody out. That'll bring up Colin Reason. He's 1 for 2 today. That pitch is fouled off at the plate. And it's 0-1. Thought about bunting it and was able to bunt it off the plate. Runner on first base, nobody out. And it looks like Reason's going to try to square around and bunt, move the runner over to second, and get a runner in scoring position here. Freeman gets set, now deals. Bunt is on, pulls it back, a snap throw over to first base. But Moore is able to get back to the bag. Reason pulled the bat back, and it was called a ball outside. So it's a 1-1 count. Rivera playing on the grass at third base. The 1-1 is bunted down the first, right back to Freeman, and he overshoots it. Throws it past Burgess at first base. And that will allow the runner from first to get all the way to third. So an E1, 2 straight errors for the Chiefs, now gives the Red Foxes runners on the corner with nobody out and a prime opportunity to get the first run of the game and potentially win this ball game. That'll bring us back to the top of the order. And Roddy Morris, 0 for 2 today. Struck out, grounded out to the shortstop, and then was that intentional walk. That first pitch to Morris, a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. The infield playing in once again, trying to stop the runner from at third from scoring. As Freeman steps off the rubber, now gets reset. Lots of big opportunities for both teams, but even more for Hartsville thus far, and the Chiefs have done a great job battling out of a couple of jams. That pitch misses, and Kingston lost it for a second, but luckily for him, it bounced forward instead of back and rolled towards the top of the batter circle, and he was able to find it in time and avoid a disastrous moment for the Chiefs. 1-1 count. Freeman looks, now deals. Swung on and missed for strike 2 when it's 1-2. These are the types of moments that the Georgia Tech coaching staff are going to want to see what Cam Freeman is made of. A big moment. And actually on that ball in the dirt, Reason took second. So now there are 2 runners in scoring position. That ball is low in the dirt, but a nice block by Kingston. And now it's a 2-2 count. So now 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out still. And now Freeman's going to have to work some magic here to avoid a run scoring. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back, and we'll do it all over again. One thing I want to mention, I meant to mention this at the beginning of the inning, but it's very nice not seeing the runner on second base to start off the extra innings. MLB still doing that again this year, I believe, if I remember correctly, and I'm not a fan of it. It's nice having some traditional baseball at the high school level. The 2-2 pitch. Ball just high. And Morris works the count full. Three and 2, full count, nobody out, runners on second and third, scoreless ball game here in extra innings in the 8th. The pitch. Swung on and fouled off, we'll do it again. You can feel the tension in the air here in North Myrtle Beach. The fans starting to get up, trying to bring this Chiefs defense to life. The payoff pitch again. Ball high. It gets off of the glove of Kingston, but the Red Foxes will stay at their respective bases. So now the bases are loaded with nobody out. And that'll bring up the number 2 hitter, Cam Canarella. Huge moment in this game. Definitely the biggest moment in this game. But the upside, now to be fair, the upside for the Chiefs is a hard hit ball, or any ball for that matter, a throw at home. You don't have to worry about making the tag. So there's a force at any base, which is a good thing for the Chiefs. Once again, another mound visit for the North Myrtle Beach pitching coach. And it looks like they are going to make a change. So we will have a new pitcher come in for the Chiefs, so that'll signal the end of Cam Freeman's day. So we'll take a quick break and come right back at you Cam Freeman's stats and the new pitcher right here in just a second, right here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Welcome back, as the new pitcher is Grayson Simpson. He will come in to work. This is his fourth appearance of the year. Oh, excuse me. It's actually J.J. Velez who's pitching. I got the number wrong. It's number 3 instead of number 2. So J.J. Velez is out there now. And he will face off against Cam Canarello with runners on every base. That pitch misses up and away, and it's 1-0. Velez, this is his fourth outing this season, has one save in one save opportunity, has given up 3 hits, 1 run, none of those earned, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. That pitch misses up and away, and it's 2-0. And has a 0 ERA and a .92 whip. So he's the man you want to have in this situation. Certainly has done well thus far this season. The pitch. Ball just off the plate outside. And it's a 3-0 count now. Starting to fall behind here. Big pitch right here. The pitch. Strike at the knees. Just a get me over fastball for Velez. The pitch is swung on and fouled off. Payoff pitch right here. 3-2 count. Swung on and chopped actually it was a fly ball, a great diving grab by Vereen in center field, but it will allow the runner from third to score. And that will put the first run on the board for either team, and Hartsville takes a 1-0 lead on the sacrifice fly, but don't take anything away from A.J. Vereen coming in. That was a little floater out into straightaway center field, and Vereen had to race in and make a spectacular diving grab and get the first out of the inning. So runners on first and third now with one away. The first pitch is up and away to Owen Taylor. And it's 0-1. Or 1-0, excuse me. So runners on the corner. That pitch is popped high and will go out of play. And now it's a 1-1 count. 1-1, one away. Runners on the corners, first and third. Now the good thing, which is kind of surprising, I'm surprised that the infield is playing in still. I'm surprised that the middle infielders aren't playing at double play depth, because a double play gets you out of the inning. Long look in by Velez. Now he steps off the rubber. Velez with that high leg kick, not quite El Duque-esque, but very close to it. Bringing the ball in between his arms before he throws. Steps off the rubber again, now gets set. And deals. Ball low and away. And it's now a 2-1 count. Two and one away. 1-0 ball game here in extra innings. The first run of the game coming just moments ago with a sacrifice fly by Cam Canarella, who has had an outstanding day at the plate. That pitch is a strike on the inside part of the plate, and now it's a 2-2 count. This game has been a tale of two halves, essentially. Cam Freeman had a no-hitter going all the way up until the fifth inning, and that pitch just misses off the plate, and the North Myrtle Beach dugout is not happy whatsoever at that call. Thought that was at the knees. Full count now, 3-2, one away. Another huge pitch in this game. Long look in by Velez. The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed for strike three. And there are two away. Chiefs are now away from getting out of this bases loaded jam with just one run scoring. That'll bring up a Shiny McFarland. He's 0 for 2 today. Reached on a hit by a pitch to start off last inning and almost came around to score if it wasn't for an outstanding throw by Velez when he was at second base. McFarland goes out to the third base coach, talk some strategy, talk about what they want to do. I don't really see what kind of strategy you do in this situation. With two outs, you're not going to try to have a hit and run or anything like that. The first pitch is a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Long look in by Velez. Now deals. Swung on and blooped out, going deep out into left field. Thought that was just a bloop shot off the bat, but that one carried a distance. Almost got to the wall, but Hall's able to range back and make the catch for the final out of the inning, but not before Hartsville puts one run in the run column on no hits, 2 errors for the Chiefs, and 2 left on base. after 7.5. Last opportunity for the Chiefs to extend this lead or potentially win it. Need at least one run here in the bottom half of the 8th inning on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. New pitcher on the hill to try to close it out for the Red Foxes, as Brendan Lee will come in to pitch for Hartsville, trying to get the save. And he will have to face off against, first the bottom of the order. Caden Kingston will lead it off. And then we'll head back to the top of the order with JJ Velez and Jomar Lugo due up in this inning. And the tomahawk chop is played here in the stadium, trying to get the Chief faithful on their feet. Trying to get a rally going, down by one. In extra innings, have to get at least one to keep this game going. And Kingston, 1 for 2 today. Struck out in the second inning and then had a single in the fourth. That pitch is swung on and chopped out over the head. No, actually, that will be caught. That ball was a little blooper into right field, but a great job by Moore ranging back and making the catch for the first out of the inning. Looked like that was one of those hit it where it ain't type of balls, but just couldn't get it quite over the head of Moore. So there's one away. The first pitch, strike at the knees, and it's 0-1 to JJ Velez, who is 1 for 2 today. Struck out swinging to end the third, had a single to start off the game, as that pitch is a ball low and away, and it's 1-1. And also worked a walk back in the fifth inning. The 1-1 swung on and chopped at the plate. And it's 1-2. The 1-2 swung on and flown out down the right field line, ranging back and able to make the grab at the wall is McFarland. And he just showed on a defensive level why he's a Division I commit. Banging up against the wall to make the grab. Down the, not quite completely down the right field line, but towards that alley in right field. Down the line. And there are two away, and the Chiefs are now down to their final out of the game. That pitch swung on and popped high into straightaway straightaway center field, ranging over slightly to his right and making the catch is the center fielder McFarland, and that will end the game. The Chiefs get swept by Hartsville in the home-and-home series. This game having to go to extras with the final score, Hartsville winning this one 1-0 over North Myrtle Beach. The winning pitcher for the Red Foxes will be Brendan Lee, with Cam Freeman getting the L for North Myrtle Beach. So final score 1-0. Hartsville wins this one in extras to sweep the series and move into a commanding first place. Well, technically first place tie, along with West Florence and Myrtle Beach. And with how strong Region 6 has been looking to start off the season, this is not a good sign for the Chiefs if they wanted to make it into the SCHSL playoffs this season. They're definitely going to have a quick turnaround following this sweep to start off region play. And they will have a quick turnaround on a literal sense as well, as we will be back with you on Monday when the Chiefs face off against the South Florence Bruins right here in Little River. And we'll have all the action for you right here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. So once again, final score, North Myrtle Beach loses a thriller in extras, 1-0, to fall to 0-2 in region play. I'm Brandon Biscobing saying so long. Hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. And we'll talk to you guys on Monday when the Chiefs